driving to the Greyhound, and then I heard about they were hiring to go in the Arctic on the dew line, and there I went. I was in the Arctic. I worked there for 6 months. We put the money in the bank. They took care of me well, room and board and so forth. When I came back in the spring, I helped Dad on the farm. And when that was over, I took the plane one-way trip to Montreal. Because the St. Lawrence Seaway was being built in at that time. And I was used to big money a little bit. Not that it was that big money, but on the dew line, it was all right. And so they says, well, to work on the St. Lawrence Seaway, you have to be to have a trade. Well, what trade can I get that they desire? Oh, crane operator. They need crane operators. Fantastic. There was a place in Montreal you could go for a crane operator course. Paid my $200. I got my ticket, and here I was, a crane operator. So it happens, I couldn't get on with St. Lawrence Seaway, so they shipped me to Labrador City, northern Quebec. And when I got there, they took one look at me and they said, how old are you, son? I said, I'm 18, or 19 I was, I guess. Oh, sorry, they shouldn't have sent you. We don't let anybody in on the open pit mining unless you're 21. But you can stay here a few days, and so they shipped me back to Montreal. And I'm hanging around there in Montreal. I couldn't get, jobs that I wanted, that I was used to making, like on the dew line in those days was $3 an hour. Everything was, so I stayed in Montreal, lived on the money I had in the bank, came to Toronto, hanging around Toronto. I washed dishes in a restaurant for a few weeks.
With hamburgers.
With hamburgers. And that was around December. And there was a knock on my door one day. A friend of mine had just bought a brand new car, brand new 58 Mercury. And he says, wow, he says, we're going to Acapulco. He says, would you like to come along? Really? I hadn't had a clue where Acapulco was. You got money? I said, yeah, I got money. And here we hop in the car and we started driving to Acapulco, would you believe? In December. That was December 19. Well, what year was that?
Where you met me?
1958. No, 1957.
57, yeah.
Man. The whole week all the way to Acapulco. And then stay there for 1 week and then come back. So when we came back, we were coming back the Pacific coast. And we crossed in Tijuana and San Diego. And that was beautiful. I said, we're not in Mexico, we're in the States, like Canada. What a life. I told the two guys, there was three of us. Okay, there was three of us who went on this trip. I says, guys, this is it. I grabbed my bag. I remember it was at a light in San Diego. I says, this is it. I grabbed my bag, I'm out of here. You guys keep on going.
Should have stayed.
I did. I started walking with my bag. I was going to stay. I don't care if I have to wash dishes. They ran after me, grabbed me, and manhandled me back in the car. They did.
Adoption.
Yeah, they did. You're not staying here. You're going to be sorry. You come with us. That's the deal we made. We're making the trip together. Because I still had money. They were running out of money. I'm glad you gave us the punch. They didn't want me to help. That's right. That's right. I still had money. So they shoved me back in the car, and here we were coming back. And I was so sorry. Otherwise, I would have started a new life in San Diego.
You never met your wife?
I'd never met my wife. I'd have been an agent in San Diego. Would not have been great.
Yeah.
Would not have been great. But anyway.
Now you can go to San Diego.
Yeah, I did. So anyway, we got back to the cold, frigid January winter in Toronto. Terrible. And I started after that in the photography business. And that was good life. I enjoyed that. Taking pictures of kids. We were knocking on doors. Want your picture taken? Kids, family. Yeah, did that for a few years.
Carried his camera always back.
Yeah. And then I went on my own here in Sarnia, taking weddings and kids and families. And one day, and then I always told myself, well, not always, but I said, if this thing don't work out the way I want it to be, by the time I'm 30, I'm out of here. And that's what happened. When I was 29, I went to the employment office downtown. It was about 4:30 in the afternoon. I says exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to work in the plants. Oh, I got a guy here who came here the other day. He left me his card about insurance. Oh, I says, nope, I don't want to sell life insurance. No, thank you very much. No, well, this is different. This is different. This is different. He's wibbling through his desk to find his card. It was Don DeMoore's card. And, oh, there I got it. So he found it. Give this guy a call. So that was on a Friday afternoon, about 4:30. I went to the house, called Don. You're home Monday morning? I said, yep. I'll see you. Don was there Monday morning, and that was the start of a new career. Don hired me, and I already had my car insurance with you already.
I thought that would have convinced you then that you might have making a mistake.
No. Give me the book to study for general. That was easy. And those the fun days started. Lyle, I thank you very much. You were quite encouraging. We had a good time, and you taught me what you had learned already 9 months prior to me being with you. Yeah.
Good days.
Yeah.
How long have you been around at that? About a year?
Yeah. I think 9 months. I started April 1st, 68.
Somewhere in that area, not very long.
If I can, there's the two of them would remember. I don't think anybody else in the room would have. But when we hired agents at that time in the 60s and the 70s, no, they didn't. But it was close enough. If you could, do you remember how you got paid then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the agents. They were kind of like you. No clue. I get this money, but I have no idea where it's coming from. And their contract was probably one of the wildest things I had ever.
The collision bonus was the big deal. Hey, Marcel, everybody had a collision. You go to car, collision, because you got a collision bonus. You got $4. Wow. Paid $4 for the collision. Over and above your pay.
Yeah, I started 600 a month.
Everybody
600 a month.
collision.
Now, they got paid. Now, back then, $600 a month would have been big. I remember agents said $300 a month. Plus, you had to validate.
Yeah.
You had to write a certain amount before that even kicked in. And these guys, this is before you could go to the bank and get money.
I can remember Marcel and I, we were over validation. We were getting extra over the validation.
After 3 months, I was getting over 600. I was making 900 a month. I was over my 600.
We were getting
You guys are doing well.
over validation. We would pay us more, but that collision bonus was a great thing because that was over and above everything. What did they pay? Every 6.
Oh, no, that was every paycheck at the end of the month.
No.
Every paycheck, though. You mean,
The collision bonus.
I think it's every 6 months.
every
collision
paycheck,
bonus
something like that, yeah. I think it's 6 months.
There's a reason they got rid of
Oh, I
it.
know.
The membership.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
55%.
Always remember that collision was $4.
Ernie's coming back next week, so we'll get together.
Too much talk about collision bonus, you can't.
Started a campaign on getting this.
Sorry, you just dug on that one.
I don't know when it was that did away with that. I can't remember.
And you could write a house insurance policy was $100.
With no deductible.
House insurance policy was $100 for 3 years
Yep.
with zero deductible. With zero deductible.
Zero deductible.
That's why we have all these problems. It's all your guys' fault. You don't, you don't move the snapper.
Say bye, Dad.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Now you understand.